The decision to remaster Star Wars Bounty Hunter is head-scratching, especially considering that there are possibly more popular and more exciting Star Wars games that would have been a better choice for a remaster, or, as I would have preferred, a ground-up remake. So how is this remaster? Well, it's a tough one.
Want a drink?
I'm looking for someone.
Came to the right place.
A low-life death stick dealer. Just came in here.
A lot of people come through here, friend.
Listen, friend. I'm giving you a chance to save your club.
Please, don't shoot. I'm just a bartender.
If you are unfamiliar with this game, you play as bounty hunter Jango Fett, as he accepts a bounty given by Count Dooku. This is, however, a scheme planned by Darth Sidious, and through the Count's planning, it's also an idea for them to find the perfect specimen for the Emperor's clone army. If you are a fan of Star Wars, you pretty much know where the clone army does indeed get their DNA from, aka Jango Fett.
Expect you to correct this error.
As you wish. And what of your plan for the clone army?
Our cloners require a host. You must find an ideal specimen, perhaps among the galaxy's most dangerous mercenaries.
I shall accomplish both of these tasks with a single stroke, Master.
It is a bit of an interesting story, as it feels like a kind of prequel story to Jango, and because of his short time within Attack of the Clones, I always felt that Jango was not the most interesting character from the Star Wars universe, but this game does kind of prove otherwise, because Jango is, at times, a total badass.
You bought it, pal. It's your problem now. Maybe you could go after him with this jetpack. I'll make you a deal.
I don't have any money left.
How about you? Interested in a jetpack? Barely a scratch on it. It'll look great with that battle armor. It's the same color, even.
I'll take that off your hands.
How much you offering?
Your life.
Hey, I just found the thing. Don't shoot me. Take it.
Release the Senator, or we will open fire!
Do what he says, bounty hunter.
Release him, now!
As you wish.
No, please!
Blast him!
As a game originally from the PlayStation 2, there are some elements that you don't see in a lot of today's games. There are various levels per chapters with collectibles to find and tons of enemies to shoot. Levels do, however, feel empty with only enemy NPCs around, with the exception of the levels on Coruscant where you would see regular NPCs. With this remaster, the game at times does look pretty colorful and the colors do pop. However, most times the levels still look pretty muddy and bland, especially those levels that don't exist on Coruscant. There's usually a boss fight at the end of each chapter, and the levels do get challenging as you progress through the game, sometimes to an insane level of difficulty. Gameplay does consist of shooting enemies, some minor platforming that feels very sloppy, and shooting enemies. Jango does move pretty smoothly, and you can perform some badass moves and techniques and use some cool gadgets from his arsenal at your disposal. You can do flips, slide on certain surfaces, shimmy along ledges, dodge roll, crouch down behind cover, crouch into vents that you can use to access other levels just by cutting down the gate, etc., etc. There is also quite a diverse set of level types, such as city streets, sewers, skyscrapers, a prison, etc. Now, with a lack of a map or compass or even a objective marker, it's sometimes hard to know where you have to go to proceed the level in the story, and you just get lost. Other times, due to some weird bugs and glitches, you end up unable to complete a level, and that can consist of not being able to defeat one of the bosses or even falling through the floor and straight to your death. This becomes extremely frustrating as you are given a limited amount of continues before having to restart the level. As you progress through the game, you do also gain access to various new weapons and equipment, such as the hilarious flamethrower, grenades, missile launcher, and also the sometimes fun and sometimes sloppy jetpack. Your jetpack does have limited fuel and height, however, so you kind of need to do what you can with it when you have to use it. You do also have the ability to find some field upgrades that will increase your rate of fire of Django's blasters, reduce the jetpack heat up time, and also provide you with much stronger weapons with a limited ammo capacity. Audio is a very interesting topic in the game, as sometimes it just disappears and the levels are silent except for blasters and Django's weird grunting noise. There's also the optional objective of scanning enemies to find bounties that you can hunt down whether you take them in dead or alive, which will contribute to you purchasing concept art throughout the bonus menu, but I didn't care about finding the bounties at all. I just wanted to blast enemies throughout the levels and see where the story would lead. There's also an included comic book and some cards that you can look at, and of course the trophies if you're on the PlayStation. You do also get some really cool features with the DualSense controller, such as the adaptive triggers, and the light status bar will change color based on your health bar. I played a decent portion of this game on my PlayStation Portal, and it ran smoothly around 85% of the time, so there's that, I guess, if you want to play on a handheld device. So with a $20 price tag, you do get a buggy, bland looking and sometimes broken remaster that on the flip side also has some fun levels with some really interesting variety, smooth gunplay, and an interesting story. So it's hard to decide whether this game is worth your time and money. It is fun to play at times, especially in shorter bursts if you're a busy person. The story is pretty interesting and the game can be funny even with the endless times that you'll hear a Wilhelm scream. Seriously, you're going to hear it a lot. However, the game is still quite broken and buggy, and honestly, if it had to be this Star Wars game to get a recent release, it should have been given a ground-up remake, or Aspyr should have done what they could to fix these various bugs and glitches, because it is a problem with progression. So, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, $20, it's up to you. If you think I am just wrong or my opinion is not what you agree with and you think it's a great purchase, by all means. If you agree that this was just out of nowhere and a weird decision to remaster, let me know in the comments down below what you think about Star Wars Bounty Hunter Remaster. Let me know if there's any other Star Wars games that you wish got in a ground up remake or a remaster, maybe Force Unleashed. And I will see you guys in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. I'm Anthony Olan. Peace out.